Sandra, welcome to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is a place for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that great big subscribe button now and hit that bell icon beneath this video so you don't miss another single episode. And if you don't know who I am Sandra Burmy, author of this beautiful book, Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. I'm also the founder of asexualise.com and the founder of Asexualise Academy. And I'm the author of this beautiful fibromyalgia self-help handbook, How to Manage Fibromyalgia to Have Less Pain, More Energy and Feel Happier Like a Superhero Rock Star. Right now, we're going to get straight into this episode called Asexual Beauty. And your beauty is your difference, and your difference is your beauty. So what am I talking about? So obviously, lots of people in the world, unfortunately, feel they can't be their true, authentic self. They're kind of living up to society's expectations, and they're kind of being carbon copies of lots of other people in society. And some asexuals are proud to be asexual, and other asexuals feel left out, lonely. Some even feel shameful or upset that they're asexual. They don't feel good about themselves being asexual. And so obviously it is a mixed bag of feelings where asexuality is concerned. And sometimes in society we get a lot of flack, like people saying asexuality isn't real, doesn't exist. And all this type of thing makes us feel broken, like there's something wrong with us, when there really, really, truly isn't anything wrong with us. That we are different, and our difference is our beauty. And that's what I want you to know. Being different is not something that's bad. Being different is something that's awesome, something that's amazing, something that's awesome, something that's just incredible, because we are not being carbon copies of everyone else. We are living our own genuine, authentic life. Now, obviously, if you're in hiding about your asexuality, this doesn't really help you, because it's like you're living a lie. You're living in a state of fear, and you're living, a life that's not fully immersed in your own authenticity. So obviously, I would encourage, wherever possible, for you to be open about your asexuality and to not care what others think, and to own your asexuality as part of your beauty, because it is a beautiful thing. To be able to be different to most of the entire population, being able to speak your truth and say, hey, sex is not for me, and I don't experience sexual attraction, that is a beautiful thing. It's beautiful that you can be different. It's beautiful that you can be you. And in this world, no two people are the same. So if you're there going along in life thinking, I've got to be like everyone else, I've got to push myself to be similar to other people, I've got to keep behind closed doors, I've got to not be me, you're basically not letting other people see your beauty. Wherever there is criticism and people saying you shouldn't be this, that, and the other, there will always be people around the corner to support you. There will always be people who will understand you and appreciate you. But whatever you're not being your true authentic self, those people can't reach you. They can't see you. They can't find you because you're not being you. Do you see what I'm saying? So I've never followed the crowd. I can't remember ever following society or the crowd. I've always been different. I've always embraced my quirky, as I like to call it. Oh, hi, Ralph. I had a guy tell me I was abnormal and asexuality was not an orientation and I must have mental health problems yesterday. Oh, Ralph, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's disgusting. That's really disgusting. It's not the first time I've heard that type of thing, though, unfortunately. But it's not good. I'm really sorry. I know you as a personal friend, so I know you're awesome, and it's a load of rubbish what they're talking about. It is horrible though when you get someone like that. It is really horrible. because it isn't orientation, you know. I mean, I'm asexual, you're asexual, we're here, we're real, we exist, you know, and we both know the difference between when you're with a sexual person and when you're with an asexual person, even though haven't actually been in a relationship with an asexual person, whereas you are. We both know how different it is and how it feels different, you know. And it's really, really horrible. Do you know what I mean? I think people who can't accept asexuality or something that's different to them and the ones that actually have the mental health issue because they can't mentally cope with anything that's different to them. They have like a meltdown. They have like a, you know, like their mind shuts down. It's like, oh, that's not true. You can't be right. You've got to be abnormal because I can't take it in my mind. I can't take someone being different to society or being different to me. So I think they're the ones that have the mental health issue, as in they have a, you know, they seem to have a meltdown in their mind about not being able to deal with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm really sorry you had that experience. You know, I mean, I had a nice guy that I connected to the other day, but I mean, he said to me in private message, "Oh, I respect your choice, but you've got to be careful. It's fine telling me, but you've got to be careful." But I just laughed. Me, be careful. But you've got to be careful who you tell because some people won't accept it because it will challenge their ideology. And I have to say, I totally agree that it challenges their ideology. That's why they don't like it. Ralph, I showed him a lot of articles on it. He just would not accept it. And as far as he was concerned, it's celibacy. Oh, that's ridiculous. I hope you blocked him. I'll educate people, but then if they're being ignorant and ridiculous, I'll just block them usually. Because I can't be bothered to get into a conversation like that where they're just ignorant. Do you know what I mean? And I can't be dealing with it. Celibacy is definitely a choice. I wrote an article, not well, I shouldn't say an article, but I'll probably put it on my blog. I wrote a blog post. I wrote a post on my Facebook page, my asexualized Facebook page today, which was all about you know, that asexuality is not a choice. It's not like I'm trying on a jacket of called asexuality and I'm just trying it on for size today, or I'm trying on an asexual pair of trousers, or I'm trying on an asexual skirt. I mean, yeah, they would be choices, but you know what I mean? I'm not just trying something on for the day, you know, because so when people say to me, you know, I respect your choice, it's like, it's not a choice, it's my sexual orientation. Can you, you know, like if a heterosexual's heterosexual, if I can change my sexual orientation, it means heterosexuals can change theirs. So why do they decide to be heterosexual? Why don't they decide to be asexual? Why is it so good to be heterosexual? Do you know what I mean? There's rules apply for them as well. If they're saying, oh, I'm choosing to be asexual, well, they're choosing to be heterosexual. They don't have to be. Do you know what I mean? But the fact is, we don't choose our sexual orientation. It just happens. It just is something we are. You know, I can't make myself fancy women. I don't like looking at naked women. I don't like seeing naked women. I'm not interested in naked women. I'm not attracted to naked women. I don't want to, and I'm not attracted to women full stop. Do you know what I mean? So I can't make myself become a lesbian when I'm not, and I wouldn't want to be. Thank you very much. Do you know what I mean? But that's not to say that people who are lesbians could make themselves attracted to guys. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. No one can make themselves attracted to anything or make themselves a different sexual orientation. It's ridiculous. Well, it's nice that you try to educate them as well. But if these people won't listen, you know, it's a pointless waste of time. We shouldn't be wasting our life away, you know. I mean, I know there's a few videos on YouTube saying asexuality isn't real and stuff like that. I haven't even watched them. I mentioned aces feel forced into sex, especially women. I said that's kind of like rape, and he said it's not rape if someone persuades someone. That's all fine. That sounds like he's a sounds like he's a very manipulative guy, you know, and that's what I put. Let me see if I can get the post up what I wrote. Actually, I'll probably transfer it to my blog because it's very pertinent to what we're talking about. Let me see if I can find my Facebook page from my I'm trying to find it from my what's it called it? My iPad, but it's no, it was good to find it from my iPad because right, your pages. I'll read out what I wrote because it's a really good post, I think. Let me see. Right. I did it today, so it should come up at the top. I think there's been quite a few posts gone on since then. Here we are. Right, this is what I said. Right, yeah. So I said I hate it when people tell me I am asexual in sexual orientation. I hate. Sorry, I'll start again. Sorry, Ralph. Let me read yours first. He's a total idiot and was saying that humans are like animals and procreate. Ugh, I hate that. I'm not here to carry on the human race. Ugh, I don't like it. You know, it's like we're robots. If that's all he's here for in his life, good luck to him. That's all I can say. So yeah, so let me say the post. I'll start again because I was a bit distracted. Right, okay, I'll put it. I hate it when I tell people I'm asexual and in sexual orientation, they reply, I respect your choice. Asexuality is not something I choose. It drives me mad. Did you choose to be heterosexual? Question mark. If so, why choose to be heterosexual and not be different? Why follow the crowd? Do you enjoy liking everyone else and being a carbon copy? It's not like I said today I'm going to pick out my favourite jacket. Oh, let me think. I'm going to wear my asexuality jacket today, or maybe my asexuality hat, or just maybe my asexuality skirt. Yes, that would be a choice. But my sexual orientation is asexual, asexual, heteromantic in my case, not heterosexual. And it's just as valid as any other sexual orientation. Just because you haven't heard of it doesn't make it any less real or valid. Just because you always associate sex with love in a relationship doesn't mean I do. I don't. Wouldn't it be lovely if we lived in a world where one can be in a loving, healthy, I meant to put Mr. Y at that, and happy relationship, even of a romantic nature, without sex ever? Sadly, most don't, but a few asexuals do. And that is the bliss and utopia I seek. That is the pure love I want and need in a relationship. That's my standard. Sex consumes people. Sex is time consuming, robbing people of their life. Sex can lead to rape. Sex can plague the mind of people. Sex can be an addiction. Sex can lead to violent crime. Sex can lead to affairs. Sex can lead to you losing the love of your life. Sex can lead to obsession. Sex can cause physical, mental, and emotional pain and misery for and to some people. So before you start criticizing asexuals for not being real, why don't you get real? Why don't you establish all the facts that sex is sometimes not good, sex is sometimes not healthy, and sex is certainly not love? Otherwise, that's like saying those people have sex against someone's will that caused sexual violence, trauma, or rape loved that person. No, they didn't. That's not love. Sex and love are separate things that you choose to put together or not. But please stop making the mistake of thinking they are the same. And you have to have both in order to have a loving, healthy, and happy relationship when you don't. If you want sex and it's consensual, if you want sex and it's consensual and not hurting anyone, then fine, that's your choice. But having sex or not having sex doesn't change your sexual orientation or make anyone else's less valid or a choice. I am only attracted to guys. That's not my choice. That's part of my hetero asexual orientation. Do I want to FCUK them? No, I want to love and give affection to the right guy without sex. Sex is not something I want, need, or crave, and it's not something that will make me happy. I want pure love without sex, or I would rather stay single. So yeah, you know, that's how I feel. You know, it's disgusting. You know, everyone thinks that sex is so wonderful, marvelous, and fantastic, but there's a lot of problems around sex, and it can cause a lot of pain, grief, and emotional upset for people. You know, I mean, there was a guy the other day that came on my chat who's highly heterosexual, and he's been with his wife 12 years and says how wonderful she is, but yeah, you know, he can't understand why she doesn't want sex, basically, and he thinks she's emotionally traumatized from a young age. But when I mean, obviously I've not got access to her direct, I've only had access to him, so I had to try and be like as professional as possible, but it's difficult because I thought, she's not the problem. You're the problem in not recognizing that her orientation's valid. Sex is boring and yucky. Yeah, there's someone in my Asexual Guide to Sex book and said no people in their right mind under usual normal circumstances would get into a position where, they're hot and sweaty all over each other. Do you know what I mean? It just wouldn't normally happen. Do you know what I mean? I got bored with it as well, I mean, my last long-term ex wasn't as bad as the others, but that's because he did more other stuff. But when I was with that foreign guy, after 3 weeks of having sex with him, my God, I was so bored. And he was very aesthetically good looking, but it's just like I was bored. His cooking was nice, but I was bored with him. I couldn't stand the sex. Do you know what I mean? It's just so boring. And I prefer kissing and other stuff. I don't want sex again. I don't like it. I think it can be very, very horrible. I used to cry sometimes afterwards. I never knew why. Obviously, I didn't realize I was asexual at the time, and that was like horrible. I think it can be emotionally upsetting. Especially when you're not really designed for it. I'm not really designed for that. Do you know what I mean? Maybe some people are, but I'm not designed for it. I'm designed to have all the kissing and cuddling and I like all the love when you're like 15 years old and you have all the kissing, cuddling and romance, but you don't, I mean the traditional 15-year-old, not today's 15-year-old. But when you just like sit on each other's laps, kiss, cuddle, hold hands, all that type of thing, before all the hormones and sex rubbish gets in the way. I don't want that. I think it's so horrible. I just wished every kind of relationship was like the teenager relationship without the sex. Do you know what I mean? Because I just don't like that. I do find it's hard. Like I was saying in a video recently, that my Asexual Guide to Sex book, there is one story, and it is quite hardcore for a sex repulsed asexual, because I'm personally sex repulsed. For me, it's I need it in the book. It's because we're supposed to be showing the good, the bad, and the ugly of sex, right? And this particular one does show the ugly side of it. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm just like, oh, that's more of a nervous laugh, if you know what I mean. But yeah, but they've learned a lot through their experience. Like Sophie and I, pure romantic love. Yeah, I like that. I think it's so much better, and you're really happy together. I haven't found my young guy yet. I had a nice comment actually from someone who was on my Facebook, which was nice. They said that they've been watching my videos and stuff, and that I'm on this channel, that I'm inspiring, which is really nice of them. And they didn't realize they weren't subscribed. They've subscribed now. And they said they watched quite a lot of my videos, but randomly, so they're subscribed now. And so I thought that was nice. And they were asking me a question about one of my videos, or a couple of questions, which was nice. And they asked me basically, yeah. So they do. I mean, this person is good looking. They are foreign, actually. But I did say they look nice. And they said, oh, you look young and pretty too. Always energetic, which was nice. But they said that, did you find the right partner? And I said, no guy is strong enough, which is true. They're not. And they put, they're lost, not yours. You're beautiful and smart, which I thought was really lovely. Because and they put, I'm sure the right person will come eventually. Keep up the good work, and you're helping a lot of people out there without knowing it. And I thought that's really nice. I know they got my Asexual Perspectives book, this person as well, because they got it a long time ago, and they said it's helping them to accept themselves more. So I thought that was really nice. It's nice to actually get a compliment about this channel, about the posts I share, the videos I do. It's nice. And yeah, so this person asked me if I found the right person. I said no, because I did say as well that it's strange because many asexual guys, not all, are too afraid because I'm publicly asexual. Usually sexual guys don't care, but then they often need sex, so it's no good. I'm not actively pursuing a relationship at the moment, I said. I'm just focused on my career, and the right guy will likely show up who doesn't have this scared boy mindset, which is what it is really, but is happy to support me publicly in all the work I do. And many entrepreneur types don't worry about this. I do have some asexual friends who don't mind and support me, but they are not suitable for me romantically. Yeah, so yeah, I like your relationship, Ralph, you've got with Sophie. I think it's very precious and special. You're so lucky to find each other, because as you know, I like younger guys, and I haven't found the right guy for me. I think a lot of the younger guys, especially the asexual guys, they're not, well, they're just coming, a lot of them aren't strong enough for me. Do you know what I mean? They're just not, a lot of them don't even like the fact I'm public asexual. I'm not going to stop doing this channel. I'm not going to stop writing books for asexuals. I'm not going to stop doing my public life. I'm just going to get more public, whether it's with this and something else as well, probably. Do you know what I mean? So they're just going to have to accept it about me. If they don't, I'll just stay single, because I'm not stopping doing this channel. It's very imperative that more and more people understand asexuality, including sexuals. They really need to understand it. I'm hoping that my Asexual Guide to Sex book will literally catch the eye of a lot of sexuals and prove categorically once and for all that the asexuality is a genuine sexual orientation, because they'll be able to experience the difference for themselves, not just hear about it. But obviously some people are so close-minded that they probably wouldn't get the book in the first place. But do you know what I mean? But obviously, first and foremost, it's to help asexuals make an informed choice and decision. But after reading the story that I'm working on at the moment, the latest story I worked on, that is harder. That's one of the hardest books for me to stories to read in my book. Sorry. And it makes me realize how much I hate sex, and it's disgusting, and I never want to do that again in my life. And sometimes reading stuff like that, it just makes you think sex is the root of all evil. Do you know what I mean? I know if it wasn't for sex, I wouldn't actually be here, so I've got to say thank you very much for that. But that's about it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because I just don't like sex. And the more when I talk about on this channel, I'm quite relaxed about it. But when I actually think about sexuals, and when they talk to me about sex, then I'm really repulsed. I'm okay when I'm talking about it to asexuals, like on this channel. I'm okay when I'm bringing it up. I feel quite safe. And I feel like I'm educating people. And I feel calm about it. But whenever a sexual talks to me about sex stuff, I just think it's disgusting. I think it's just vile, corrupt, disgusting, gross. I detest it. I hate it. It's get that filth away from me. Do you know what I mean? I'm not, I feel really strongly against it. I really hate it. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of weird. Oh, hi, gamer girl. Nice to see you. So, yeah, so I just wanted to let people know that, your difference is your beauty, asexuality is beautiful, and like Ralph said, pure romantic love. I don't think there's any more pure romantic love that you can get than asexual love, it is the purest form of love that I know. I can, although I don't experience it directly myself, in terms of being in a relationship, because I'm not in an asexual relationship, I just know from my personal experience and feelings that is the most pure love you can get, it's just it's just much better, to understand that, we're all different, we're all individual, and it's okay to not like sex. It's okay to not want sex. And, we're all individual and we're all beautiful. And, our difference is our beauty, and all our quirks, all our nuances, all the things we do and do like to do are part of our unique personality. And it's important that the world has a contrast and has different people in it. You know, it wouldn't do for us all to have the same type of personality, the same type of, you know, like likes. Do you know what I mean? The world would be just boring. And just as you know, people, you know, can, you know, decide for themselves whether they like sex or not. You know, if you are asexual and don't like sex, you are just as valid, you know? Gamer Girl 74, I am gay. That's good, Gamer Girl. It's important. Like I was saying on this channel earlier, oh, that's not so good. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, sorry to hear that. I hope you get some help. For what you, not the gay thing, for what you just said about the consequences of being gay. Anyway, so I do want you to know right here, right now, that, you know, your difference is your beauty, and that you should also, you know, just embrace who you are, love who you are, and, you know, just really, you know, cherish who you are, and know that, you know, people should love you for who you are. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video or live stream. Thanks so much for Ralph for joining in. And until next time, embrace your quirky and each other's. I'll see you on the next live stream or video. Bye bye.